Okay, let's see here. All right, I'll just give a quick SmackDown review. Uh, the go home match or the go home episode for Crown Jewel started off with Swainsville and Liv Morgan in a no DQ match. Something for the audience to get hyped, to get feeling good for the start of the show. How can you say no to candlesticks being put through tables, everything? Liv Morgan just having that new rise of popularity since um, she's had a good year so far. I'm actually really happy, and to have something to feel to have like some prior history. But yes, it's all stemmed. The rivalry now came back. Let's see. Um, hmm. Actually, to be honest, I have no idea. But it was a good, entertaining match. Took to commercial break. You guys see like weapons being used. And then of course Liv Morgan was gonna win. Let's see. She don't hit her double knees, and then hit the Oblivion, and especially being on a pile of chairs. So you gotta solidify that win. Good, it was a good match. We'll give it 3 stars. I'm also gonna lately with these recent episodes, I've been usually saying 3.5. It's been really good, like really above average matches, but all entertaining. Just said Triple H just taking in charge, so it's a spoiler from what I've been saying. But yeah, Liv Morgan wins 3 stars in my opinion. If you're going to go for a letter grade, B. And they showed the progressive match flow replay with last week with Emma coming back, yet another superstar coming back when she took on Rousey. And I think they brought this up because Rousey was involved or came alongside with Shayna Baszler versus Natalia, but that's coming up soon. And also Emma to face Shia Lee. I think it was like a squash match too. So that one I'm not even gonna say much about it. Let's see here. Ricochet versus LA Knight. 2 great stars from NXT. LA Knight, great to be back. No more Max Dupree. And yeah, high flying, entertaining Ricochet versus LA Knight, who is more known as a speaker. He's not a bad wrestler. I say he's really good, really reliable to work with, but to say his wrestling is as good as his talking, no. This one, pretty good match. I went for about like 10 minutes, maybe 12. Uh, let's see here. LA Knight gets the win. Let's see. And, he wins dirty, going back to his heel ways, holding on to the rope, grabbing the tights. And let's see. So Ricochet gets screwed over. LA Knight gets the win. Again, I would say this is probably, say if anything, it's a B minus. It's a 3-star, well, but still say B minus. Let's see. Then they show a backstage promo with Bray saying he's going to be at Crown Jewel. Just get as many viewers on this pay-per-view as possible. And then the Usos came out, or at least they spoke. They wanted to see what was going on. Day 474 as tag team champions. And they're 9 days short of the record of being won the SmackDown tag team titles in 2021. So by the time they show SmackDown again, it would just be 2 days away, and I don't think they're going to be losing the titles anytime soon. So let's see here. And of course, the crowd has to chant out Usi. It's just chanting out Usi at the at the Usos, and it's been great. Sami Zayn has been doing wonders on the mic for them. Gives a whole different type of energy. Like every serious crew needs a goofball. You need that comedic relief. And I'm glad it's him. Let's see. And then they get interrupted by the New Days. Of course, Xavier was in Kofi Kingston. What's his name? Big E is still recovering from that neck injury, which, thank God he's walking. Thank God he's still able to do whatever. That could have been much worse. And then the Brawling Brutes attacked the Usos for their match. They had a match on Crown Jewel, I believe. It was good. It was all right. Pushing. This is why I'm not a big fan of these like go home pay-per-views, because they really don't try to do too much and nothing's gonna change. These matches tend to be meaningless because no one's gonna change the title, or anyone who's on the pay-per-view is not gonna take an L. Like when it comes to a Crown Jewel, maybe they do that for other pay-per-views like Survivor Series or Extreme Rules, whatever. Because then they can flip it on the pay-per-view. But for Crown Jewel, no, they don't do that. Let's see. And then Rey Mysterio backstage segment talks about Dominic, how he misses his son, but he's focusing on the Intercontinental match tonight or that night against Gunther. And then Shayna Baszler comes along with Ronda Rousey versus Natalia. It might as well have been a squash. I mean, 5 minutes, and it is what it is. This is, for me, was the worst. And that's not saying it was horrible, but I did not care about this one. Shayna Baszler was going to win. Got Ronda Rousey by her side. Could in the Kirifuda clutch submission. She was knocked out, or Natalia was knocked out. All right, set match, good. And then Braun Strowman gets called out by MVP. This match I did not give a crap about for Crown Jewel. I know it's big man things, and I'll give this almost has been improving better and better each time. And I'm glad that he's finally looking more comfortable in wrestling. But I did not care about this one. All right, and then they go again backstage to Gunther and Imperium. They get an interview, and it's pretty much it. Just to give their thoughts about the match tonight. Let's see. And then they get the matches going for next week, where the Usos defend their, well, spoilers, but the Usos defend their WWE Tag Team titles against the New Day. They retained in Crown Jewel, shocker. And there's going to be a SmackDown World Cup, and I'm safe to say that they're doing this because the World Cup is coming up this month. I hope they actually do a proper World Cup, not just do a bunch of people from the United States and then that's it. I think they had one person representing Mexico last time. One person representing Canada, one person representing Mexico. That was just stupid. But if they give proper representation, to at least, if you're going to call it a World Cup, have other nations or have other nations from other continents involved. But it's going to start with 8 superstars. Didn't name who it was. Now, let's see. I think they're going to for Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar. This is one of them perfect. Be Japan versus Mexico. I'm and with these two, oh yes, please. Yes, please. All right, and then main event, Gunther versus Rey Mysterio. David versus Goliath, the giant versus the little guy, the powerhouse versus the lucha libre wrestler. He held his own. Ray, of course, they were gonna bury Ray. I mean, this match went for about 20 minutes. Um, but of course, I don't think anyone saw Gunther losing this match like any type of upset. There was no build to it as far as why they would give Ray this title as of yet. Honestly, I think Gunther is good as Intercontinental champion. Um, let's see here. But just good. Sorry for this. Ray was fighting back at the end. He was giving a couple punches. Gunther hit him with the chop. Ray was sent Gunther to the ropes. And then he gets back up and gets a boot to the face. Picked him up, leading to a mid-air clothesline for the pinfall, which is surprising that's what it was. Yeah, this was probably my match of the night, and rightfully so as the main event. I'll give this one 3.5 stars, or B plus. Let's see here, and let's see. And of course, they end up with talking about Crown Jewel for the next day. Overall score for Crown Jewel, I would say 7 out of 10, or again a B. Wasn't bad. I can't really get too excited for these go home shows. They really don't do much for me. I'm actually looking forward to watching Raw. Crown Jewel again was a good show. I did not see the almost Braun Strowman match, but everything else aside, it was good. And I also want to see what's going to happen with this. If they're going to try to push more for a Bray Wyatt 6 during Raw. We got a little glimpse of that. Crown Jewel. It's like Alexa's being followed. But we're going to see what happens after that. All right. And that's pretty much my review for SmackDown. Subscribe to Hannah's channel, Coach's Corner. Great football content creator and great wrestling content creator. Thank you. This has been the Added Time Podcast, JPT. Signing out. Thank you.